Hi, I'm Michelle. Did you know that what you put into your body affects your brain? Peter Ellingson from Epic Body Designs will tell you more about it when you watch the video. And look for us on Facebook. We'll see you soon.
When you exercise, there's many different hormones and neurotransmitters that are produced that make us feel good. And there's been many studies on this. A lot of people, this is fairly common knowledge, a lot of people know about this. Many studies have been done that show the effects of exercise on our hormones and our neurotransmitters, which are the things that make us feel good, bad, be able to think clearly, remember, all of our functions like that. So, leading into that, we're like, how do I make it happen? How do I actually make myself get to the gym, or go out and go for a run, or go out and play my favorite sport, whatever it is that invigorates me and makes all this stuff come alive and actually function. So the first one that comes up is something that I've been explaining to my clients for many years, and just recently I was really pleased to see that they had actually done studies specifically on this and found it to be the most effective way of changing habits. So the most powerful thing we can do is being aware in the moment of how a habit is affecting us or a new choice is affecting us. So when they did these studies, one of the groups that they did it on were smokers. And they said, okay, we want you to really be aware of how it tastes, how you feel afterwards, and then how you feel a little while down the road, and what kind of effects it's actually having. And they started really becoming aware of that, and what it does is it compels us, the next time we go for that bad habit, then we remember. We actually, if we've made a point of being present and being aware of what we're experiencing, then we remember, oh, this made me feel like crap last time. I'm not going to do it. Or, oh, you know what, last time I have two choices. I could go to the gym, or I could, and you know what, last time I went to the gym, I felt really great afterwards. And so they found that's the most powerful thing for changing habits or forming new habits in order to get the results that we want. So leading into the next thing that blends in quite nicely is actually, how do we really consider our success? When we go for exercise, when we go to get ourselves in better shape, what do we consider as our success or failure? Are we going to look in the mirror every time? And to be honest, it takes some time. And things, if you look in the mirror every time, people don't notice the change as it's gradually happening. If you could look in the mirror at one point in time and skip 6 months forward, you go, wow, there's amazing things happening. But we deceive ourselves by going, oh, how do I look now? What's the weight scale say? And the weight scale is very deceptive, because muscle weighs more than fat. And so we may gain some muscle, a little bit of muscle, and lose a lot of fat, and see no difference, right? So we don't want to pay attention to that. Don't pay attention to the mirror. I feel that the most powerful thing we can do, and this relates back to the first thing I was talking about, is be aware of how we feel. After every time we go out and get some exercise, go play the sport we love, go for a run. If we're getting into the gym, that's our thing. Whatever it is we're doing, just be aware of how we feel afterwards. And that good feeling, you feel put together, you feel more confident, you feel more clear. I can think clearly now. I'm in a good mood, and I enjoy walking down the street in the sun, or if there's a little bit of rain, it's not so bad now, because it's a different state. And just stay with that, and that will propel us to continue and form that habit. And then 6 months down the road, we see our physical results, right? While we've been enjoying the good feelings that we've been getting from it all along. So moving on from that, another thing that's really powerful is a friend, a workout buddy, somebody to keep you consistent, somebody for some
accountability.
Accountability, that's the word. So that accountability factor is huge. And make sure that if you're teaming up with someone for this, keep each other on point. Hold each other to your word. and make sure that if the other person isn't showing up, get on the phone with them, you know, haggle them, let them know you're there for them, and make sure that they're going to stand for you too. Really powerful fact. Now, if another thing that can be really helpful, if you don't have a training partner or a buddy or somebody to go play sports with that will help get you out, then a personal trainer is quite effective. You know, that's what they're there for often. A lot of people have a hard time getting going. Also, they may not be confident. You know, what am I going to do that's going to be best for me? Not only at the same time as getting you consistent and getting that ball rolling, and then you get that number of workouts where you're accountable. You're going to come in, and during that time, you can stay paying attention to how it's making you feel each time, and then also you're getting on the right track for what's best for you, so that I can get that ball rolling. So going back to review, so can anyone give me the first thing that we looked at?
Awareness.
Yeah. Okay, and a little more explanation. So we're feeling what?
When we're feeling good about something, we're more likely to keep that habit going, but if we're not aware of it, we won't make that connection.
Yeah. Just paying attention to that motivator for next time. Keep us going. And then the second thing?
Accountability.
That's 3.
Oh.
Okay. So we've got how it's making us feel. And then in regards to that, we're making sure that we're switching our perspective or the way we look at it or the story in our heads we have about what's the most successful thing we can get from this. So looking at it from how is it making me feel? Are my energy levels better? Am I feeling clear? Am I feeling more confident? What's the effects that I'm getting afterwards? So going back into number 1. So switching our perspective on success. Yeah. And then number 3, accountability. Is there anything in particular that you guys would like to know more about any one of these 3? Is there anything that comes up that you're challenged with? Is something? How many of you are interested in keeping a regular exercise routine? How many of you recognize the effects that it has on you when you exercise? And yeah, okay.
So my question is 3 times a week enough? 3 hours, 2 to 3 days?
3 weeks, 3 times a week. That's excellent maintenance. That's excellent maintenance. I would say if you're getting good solid workout 3 times a week, and then like another 2 times a week at least, I feel every day going out, even if it's like a low-key walk, some fresh air.
Walk every other day.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. And that even lends into other things, like if we go out for a walk. I was just speaking earlier with you about if that natural sunlight, the light that comes from the sun, when it hits the retinas of the eye, it triggers our serotonin production. So serotonin is a neurotransmitter that makes us feel good. We feel confident and calm and clear, and it gives us that little boost, right? So you get a little bit of fresh air, you get a little bit of exercise, and then you get some of that sunshine. It does more than just vitamin D. When it comes to, you're asking about 3 times a week, when it comes to if you're doing 3 times a week, when you get in, I would recommend the type of exercise you do, get good quality, high exertion, high intensity exercise in, whether it's heavier weights, or more explosive exercises, more sprint-like, just pushing your limits safely, of what you can do. Push yourself a little further, because that's what really starts invigorating everything. It triggers all the things that make us feel good that are going on in our body. That's what triggers it. If we go in and we kind of like casually, going for a walk is good, it keeps our blood flowing and it does make us feel better, but if you actually get in and commit yourself to what you're doing, it will make you feel far better afterwards. You'll see enormous shift in the way you feel. So there are quite a few businesses and corporations that are actually incorporating this into their structure of having people being able to have more access to exercise, or else groups. And so that right there is a sign that they've obviously found some benefit to it, and their workers are being more productive, feeling better, probably getting along better, a little less maybe office drama, possibly. So if they're catching on to this, why shouldn't we catch on to this as smaller business owners, as people with our own projects and our own work? So, yeah. Any more questions? Anything that people are finding a challenge or they're curious about? Or...
Yeah, I'm learning something. If you don't have access to a gym right away, maybe like what are some workouts to do without a gym, without dumbbells and 20 minutes?
If you, well, there's many exercises that are quite simple that you can do at home. You do push-ups and sit-ups, you do the chin-up bar and stuff, body weight squats if it's like raining out. But to be honest, you know, you honestly can go to the park, and this may sound, you know, we all think we have to be grown up and mature, but you can go to the park and there's often equipment that we can use there. You can, you know, give yourself some rows and stuff or whatever. Go play. And I find that if there's things to climb, run, you know, places to just kind of challenge our physical comfort levels a little bit, right? Keep us moving, keep us present, keep us engaged. And trail, I really highly recommend trail running over plodding on pavement. And if you're gonna go out and run, go sprint. Walk for a bit. So sprint for a minute, walk for 2 minutes, sprint for a minute, walk for 2 minutes, keep that interval up. Because the thing is, you're getting way more benefit out of the sprints. And in between the sprints, when you're walking, you can enjoy the view, right? You can enjoy looking out. There's like a beautiful trail up above Spanish Banks in the endowment lands, and you look off the ridge, and you look out through the tops of the trees and the ocean and the mountains, and it doesn't get much more glorious than that. Do a sprint, and then relax and enjoy the view. I'm going to leave you